All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Card Talk. I'm Ryan, joined as always by Tyler and Lou. In today's episode, we're going to get into what's on your mind, a thought from each of us in terms of how we feel about the current state of the card market and just really what's going on in each of our heads at the moment. We'll get into play of the week, this week's releases, and possibly some time for a little Q&A from some listeners. So, Ty, another week. You starting off focused, looking ready to go. I mean, just in the zone. Let's start with you. Let's see what's on your mind to start.
So I woke up this morning. It's a big day today. Today's Tuesday, let's say the 11th.
Yes.
The 11th. VeeFriends launches today. It's a big project that the team's been working pretty hard on, to say the least. I actually visited our good friends at PSA in Woodbridge this morning. Just had to do some reconnaissance, just checking on the operation. So I drove down there, met with some folks, handled a couple things. Drove back up to New York. Couldn't find a parking spot for quite some time. All the parking garages were full. I kept getting turned away. Then I finally found a spot. Ran up here 15 minutes late, only to find out that Ryan's computer was busted. So we're getting a late start going this morning, and I'm ready to go. I'm focused. I'm ready for my conversation about what's on my mind. Lou,
Okay.
What's on your mind?
Go ahead, Ryan. What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say. So, Tyler, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind? All right, got it. So what's on my mind is collecting and curation right now. I think that overall the market has, for the last 2 years, 2.5 years, 3 years, been incredibly ripping hot. And I think that specifically in basketball, which has been the driver of the market, I think over that period of time, is soft right now. In general, I think it correlates to the product of the NBA being incredibly soft. I think we're going to see an explosion in terms of people getting pumped about the playoffs. My point is, I'm focusing a lot on collecting and curating right now. For some reason, I've had my fondness for all things purple parallels has continued to grow, and so I'm using this opportunity with kind of a lull in the market to exchange some stuff that I'm not as fond of to really curate my collection, things that I want to hold on for the long term. I don't think it's a moment of like kind of offloading for profits, even though, to keep into perspective, we were talking about Pokemon. Someone was listing a Squirtle off platform for like $14.50. And we were like, wow. I mean, there was days where you could get 4 for it, fairly quick. But that $14.50, $1,500 in perspective to $250 or $300 is still high. So I'm pumped. I'm using this time to get my purple collection up and running. The number one card on my radar right now is a purple Prism Michael Porter Jr. Because my man's been balling, and then also this 137 card project. Jay and I are really going to kick things off today in terms of our content around it. But even just hanging with people in DMs, a lot of people have reached out with random ass cards, number 137, and I'm just pumped. I think it's gonna be fun, right? I'm now getting into a little bit more of like building sets, what you've kind of been into, and show the way. And I think this is going to be a really fun process. So I'm pumped for that.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be one of the biggest undertakings I've ever seen in cards, right? 137 for every set. I mean, that's pretty crazy.
There's so many sets.
But yeah, so that's not, I'll get into what's on my mind in a second, but your point is really well taken about like curating and getting some things that you're, more passionate about in your collection. And, I've seen a lot of chatters on Instagram really in the last 24 hours about like, what are you buying during the dip? Because these, like, there's no doubt there's some serious dips right now. Like, one of the cards I've talked about before that I wanted on, I mentioned it on this show a long time ago was the Charizard PSA 9. Like, that is one card I always wanted. And I remembered like turning one down for five figures, right? When they were starting to creep up, and then they got as high as 50, 60,
65.
65K, and the last auction sold on May 4th for 18.3. That's a card I would like to own at some point and just, kind of have in my collection. So yeah, I think this is an interesting time if you're looking for something that you like you want to collect or something you believe in long term. I feel like this is probably a pretty solid time to buy something like that. So yeah, I agree with you, Tyler, there. I think that's it's an interesting point though, Ty, because in the same breath, you're mentioning I've got to sell something to get something, right? Like you're exchanging.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, and if you were buying, I think we talked about it before, like Kareem, right? If you bought a Kareem rookie 4 months ago, it's probably down from where it was 4 months ago. So are you willing to take that L?
Well, that's why I mentioned the
else?
Pokemon thing, because at the same time, there's the perspective of the process, the journey. Card ladder, as amazing as it is, I think at times can be tough for people because you wake up and you get the email of where your collection sits if you use it. But a card that if you bought it at 300 and it's 1250 now, it's really good. But if it was at one time at 3000, you're feeling like you're taking an L on that card, and I think it's important to kind of keep perspective of that. So I think those are the types of cards within that cycle that I'm looking to exchange, and then really use the opportunity to pick up some things that really have nothing to do with profit other than enjoying, adding them to my collection for the long term.
Yeah, I'm aligned there. Lou,
so to your point, more recent purchases, something in the last 4 months. Now it's just steady and hold on those, but some things that have been longer in my collection that even if they're, equal value and I don't enjoy them as much, I think you can exchange for good value, specifically in the basketball market right now. I just think there's so much upside in basketball, even modern. There's been an immense amount of supply increase, but I'm playing this like purple parallel game 70. I think 2018 it was of 75, and before then, and now they're the of 99. I think is purple, but for some reason I just love purple parallels of cards.
Lou, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind is that I'm sad I won't be in Dallas.
It's devastating. It's absolutely devastating.
I'd argue it's the most devastating thing that's ever happened to me in my life. And so I have been using all my brain power to not overreact and buy and sell things right now, because I would be in Dallas buying and selling. But now knowing that I will not be there next weekend, I am contemplating making some rash decisions in terms of what to buy and what to sell. I made my first decently sized purchase in a while last week. I bought 2 Ultimate Warrior rookies that I'm very excited about. Yeah, PSA 10, pretty fire. I think there's a pop 20 card, so it's pretty cool.
Good job.
I think wrestling is massively underrated. It's one of the few things that hasn't popped off yet. There's construction going on inside of someone's getting smoked right now, but that's okay.
It's my brain. That noise was coming from my brain.
Greg, got it. Very cool. I think wrestling, what's on my mind the most is wrestling and F1, because I just really think they're 2 very underrated things. F1 is getting a lot of respect recently. Wrestling has not got it yet, but that is where all my energy is. And I could see Ryan smiling and laughing, and I'll be right again. And that's it.
Oh no, I think it's intriguing. The F1 is definitely, we've sold a lot of F1. More than I anticipated, especially when the boxes are north of $500. So yeah, I'm intrigued by it. I see a lot of people on Instagram looking for it. Is there any play you're trying to make, Lou, in the F1 game right now? I mean, I know you said you like it.
I think dynasty cards are more high end cards, but they're really, really underrated. I think, I think someone like a Max Verstappen, $5,000 to $10,000 is a lot of money for a lot of people, but I think if you have an opportunity to get something like that of his, that's a really interesting play. Guys like Lando Norris, who are young and upcoming and popular, in regular life. There's a lot of kids who watch Twitch who don't know that Lando Norris is a really good up and coming F1 driver, and they only know him as a streamer. So I think there's opportunities there. And then I just think like the original Tops Now set from F1 that came out last year is so huge. Like Lewis Hamilton
Those
is
PSA
like,
10s are wild.
well, the pops are so low, bro. Like the print runs are crazy low, and like Lewis Hamilton is literally like the LeBron James of F1, probably better. And
He
the
just took a
opportunity to-
W.
Yeah, he wins this. He's won the same race like for 3 years in a row or something like that. He has like 100 poles, 90 plus wins, 7 championship. Like he's insane. So I think there's, if you're talking about buying goats and all that stuff and really popular sport, like people talk about like buying tennis goats. It's like tennis is nothing compared to the popularity of F1. So like, yeah, that's where I'm at.
Interesting.
Do y'all know about Artbox?
No.
No.
I'm looking at some sneaky Harry Potter Artbox stuff. Don't worry, Cage will listen to this episode and come out and say he made the play. But I'm interested in there's some sneaky Harry Potter Artbox stuff.
All right. So the one thing that's on my mind, I texted you guys about it, and I've probably mentioned this quite a few times recently. I am very intrigued by like with the basketball class this year not being as big as, Zion's was. Obviously that would be tough to do. And then all of the hype around Trevor Lawrence with a pretty solid football class with Burrow, Herbert, Tua, those guys. My question is, and I texted you guys about this earlier, does Trevor Lawrence take football product, like just the market, the unopened stuff, the singles, does Trevor Lawrence have a big impact on the football market, similar to what Zion did to basketball, right? So I think about a couple parallels with this, right? Like when Zion came out, like Luka PSA 10s were what, $400, I think. They weren't super high. Right. Then Zion comes out. I mean, obviously COVID plays some factor in this. Personally, I believe that.
Lucas were 400 PSA 10 when Zion when 2019 Prism dropped.
I believe that
That's about right.
That's about right.
Wow.
Right.
So
So
they were 200 in February, and then Prism came out. Yeah.
I mean, they weren't like crazy. Like, I mean, Prism basketball hobby boxes were like what, $440 on release day?
Yeah.
They were $440. Right. So I'm
Different
just thinking, right? Like similar parallels in basketball as to football, right? You had a hot rookie coming out, Trevor Lawrence, Zion. Both have been recruited since a really young age, both super talented. And I just think like there's also a superstar in the league that's upcoming as well with them, i.e., Luka or Mahomes, Luka or Justin Herbert. There's another guy behind them that's really popular. And there's a lot of hype for Trevor Lawrence. We can all agree Trevor Lawrence stuff is going to do very, very well. There's also a lot of other big names in the class. Zion had Ja, Kobe White, Hero. Trevor Lawrence has Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, etc. I'm curious because it seems like Tyler, you've mentioned this before in a previous episode about how like the NBA games are not close. We've talked about a lot of people being hurt, especially rookies, right? Halliburton, Denny, LaMelo was hurt for a while. Like a lot of the big top 10 guys, a lot of those guys have been hurt. I just wonder if you're going to see a transition where the football market really, really takes off in the coming months. I've talked about it before about leading up to Dallas. What happens when we get into the summer and you start getting into 2021 football with pro jerseys, you start getting closer to Prism, Optic, Contenders, that kind of stuff. It seems like there's just so much hype around football with Trevor Lawrence leading the way, just so much young talent. I'm just really, really, really intrigued to see what happens. I'm not saying it will happen. Mm-hmm. I just want to know 6 months from now, is the football market absolutely on fire? Because I anticipated that could happen.
I just don't think people care about basketball anymore.
About football or basketball?
Basketball.
Like right now, or like you think it's out?
I don't think it's out. I just think it's just like
Basketball's just going away.
it's over. Basketball, it's over.
Basketball's
LaMelo.
really
It's all,
You just were like, I don't think people care about it. I'm just taking it.
yeah, no, I know.
Double click.
I just think it's just like too much, and everyone just needs a break. I'm starting to think the playoffs aren't going to do anything
Interesting.
because honestly, like, ready? What's the difference between the first round of the playoffs and the regular season?
Action.
LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron's playing today, so what's that mean?
against the Knicks, who are the best
By the
team in
way,
the league.
by the way, I saw a headline today that someone said this is the biggest Knicks game in 50 years.
Potentially.
If it's the biggest Knicks game in 50 years, there's serious issues going on with the Knicks.
There are.
Okay, first off, there are serious.
There are serious
issues.
issues.
A random Tuesday night Laker game?
We're grinding it out for home court, Lou. It's LeBron's return. All eyes are on the Knicks.
That's like calling the Jets Browns game 2 years ago the biggest Jets game in 10 years.
It might have. It might.
No.
Have been.
No.
No. Well, the Jets had in the last 10 years have been to conference championship. The Knicks haven't.
Lou, I
sniffed a
agree
game
with you that
mattered.
like basketball is definitely dead right now, but it would be. I would be hard pressed to say that like Tyler's point about like the playoffs don't intrigue people a lot. It isn't well
We'll see.
taken.
Bro, we might get We might get a play-in game.
Curry, LeBron.
Lakers, Warriors, and that will be appointment viewing for anyone that has interest in sports.
Yes. Could you
I hope
imagine
so.
LeBron losing in a play-in game? He's never lost in the first round ever.
Isn't Curry averaging like 38 in the last month?
Yeah, he's out of control. He's out of his mind.
I think they beat the Jazz last night.
Yeah, they did. Curry hit a game-winning three.
Yeah, by the way, I don't want to go there, but like let's just talk about how I was like Donovan Mitchell is the only thing I care about, and the 1 year they're the best team in the league, no one cares.
Yeah, I mean
That's
that's
just
because
pain.
he plays for the Jazz.
I know, it's just pain.
So
Yeah.
Lou, going off your point though, like basketball, you're not optimistic about it right now. What are your thoughts about my take on the football market?
Yeah, so like I was wondering if we might have a similar issue. Like it's just been wall to wall football coverage. It feels like because no one cares about basketball, so it's just been all Trevor Lawrence,
I don't
Tebow
feel that.
today.
I don't. I feel like we're gonna come into this a bit of awakening. I feel football hasn't been that much action. I feel like people are going to be primed. NBA playoffs, summer nights, then roll right into football. Hopefully, we get people in stadiums. I'm just not sure if Lawrence is going to be the lightning rod that everyone thinks in a way where
They're going to be horrible.
so they're going to be horrible. You pretty much got Burrow on a rookie year.
I don't know if they're going to be horrible though. That's the easiest division in football.
Right.
I'm just saying that's the easiest division in football.
Right,
You're
they were
I
really
just
bad.
subconsciously hope they're horrible because
They got to
Urban
play
Meyer-
Ryan Finley or Tyrod Taylor in the Texans twice a year. That's 2 dubs.
Not necessarily true, but keep
I
going.
mean, yeah, I don't know. That division is not very good.
Okay.
I
We'll see.
respect it.
I think they're really bad.
They're
They're allowed-
not going to win 16 games. I'm not
Trevor
picking
Lawrence
them.
is not changing the day in
They
his
got a
first
lot-
year.
Yeah, we'll see.
And Travis,
I mean, the Pelicans weren't. Let's be honest. The Pelicans weren't amazing. Zion missed half the season.
yeah, I just think it's different. We'll see. I hope so. Listen, I hope so.
Ty,
I was going to make a point about basketball. Michael Porter Jr. had this little nice run going card wise, and then over the last 2-3 days, it's kind of softened up a little bit. It looks like
My
They were
level
getting
of
up to,
hatred for
like-
this fucking guy is unbelievable,
yo, he's a good player.
and it's not his fault either. That's the unfortunate part.
is
like,
there
there's
more
nothing-
Tyler propaganda for Card Talk on
He's
does
a
Card
good
Talk
player.
post more Tyler propaganda or do we talk more about MPJ? Like which one's higher?
Michael
It's
Porter
just-
Jr. Guy's a good player.
Lou?
I don't get it. I don't get the Michael Porter Jr. thing. It's now just a meme, and Tyler doesn't even pay attention to Michael Porter Jr. He just brings them up, right?
That's not true. I'm stacking MPJs, baby.
He doesn't even pay attention. He just
But go ahead.
I was gonna just change it up a little bit and say I was laying in my bed last night, and I
thinking
remember
about
the,
Michael Porter Jr.
I remember the meal we had in Dallas, the planning strategy, and Lou, just for extra pain for you, what have you started to formulate any Dallas thoughts, right? Plays you're looking to make?
No, I definitely think that's one thing we didn't do last time that we did the first time
Yeah.
was the planning session. That was super helpful.
Yeah.
So can't recommend that more. I don't know. Are we setting up? Or are we not setting up?
We're setting up. We have 3 tables.
I'm not. I'm not looking forward to
So
that.
sad.
It's not. I'm not in sell mode. I have no interest in going and setting up. Full disclosure. I'm looking to buy. So full
All right,
disclosure.
well, full
buying is on
disclosure,
my mind.
we have tables. So if you are listening to this podcast and you want to hang out at the Card
Yeah, just
Talk table with
throw
me
Tyler some cash
and
on the table.
myself, and that's it, we can hang because I'm coming hot with a lot of raw. I'm packing raw and coming in.
If you want to be at our table at the Dallas show, just pay Tyler under the table and he will set you up.
Exactly. I accept all cards numbered 137.
Yeah. Yeah. You get this guy at Kobe number 137 and the whole thing changes.
Yeah, Ronaldo mega cracks for a table. It's like feels right.
Ty, next 6 months. More interested for the next 6 months only. More interested in putting money in basketball or football?
For me, next 6 months only, basketball. Basketball. I think these playoffs are going to be really weird. We had Tyler Hero last year. I think we're going to see a guy or two come out. Just the seedings are really weird. I think you're going to have some weird matchups. You're going to have some upsets. And basketball for me. Yeah. Look, football, the answer of that is not based on anything other than my passions. If I'm being honest to you.
Interesting. Lou?
Yeah.
Football. I think to go in the other direction of exactly what I just said, if football is going to be the sport where fans come back for the first time, I think there'll be like a lot of rallying around that. And yeah, I'd buy football for the next 6 months.
Storylines for me for football, Burrow, and
Burrow,
Arnold.
Yeah, that would be bigger picture, Tyler. I would agree. Quarterbacks, right? You've got where's Rodgers going to end up? Is Burrow healthy? Herbert, right? Darnold in Carolina. You got the 5 first-round quarterbacks.
Is Brady opening the season as the favorite to win it again?
Was that Rodgers story made up, by the way? It seemed like it was kind of made up.
He hasn't come out and gone against it.
But Schefter was like, yeah, I had no sources on that. So
nice.
So then there's a chance that was just made up.
Perfect.
Part of my thought is I would agree. I'm leaning more football, but as I think about this, I think it kind of leads into a little quick 3-minute segue on. I think football is going to be hot, especially at the National, which sounds like is happening.
It does seem like the National's happening.
I mean, we were a couple weeks ago like it's not happening. We're not sure. It doesn't look good, and now it sounds like it's gonna happen. And
yeah, we ain't selling tables.
78 days. So by the time today's 78. So when this podcast comes out, it'll be 77 days until the National.
I'm so excited.
I wonder what's gonna happen. I wonder who's gonna have a live show at the National.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Some podcast will probably pull up and do a live show at the National.
Yeah, someone will do it.
I'm really excited about the proper football card market. I mean, Rye, Lou, it's been about maybe coming up on 50 weeks. And there wasn't a human interested in the proper footy market when we started this show.
It's debatable.
Except for Lou. Lou was always interested. Christian Pulisic is a real player. A serious player. And I know Aaron Novak is all talking Mason Mount. But there's a lot more factors at play here. Christian Pulisic will be remembered potentially as an all-time great American sportsman, and I'm long on him, very much so. That's what I think.
Thoughts on Mason Mount or Pulisic?
Yeah, as a lifelong Mason Mount fan, I take a lot of issue with what Tyler just said there, but I'm a big Christian Pulisic guy as well. So, I think it's a win-win for everyone involved.
Both. Got it.
Yeah.
They got a big game, Champions League final against City.
I actually
I'll be locked in on that one for sure.
Saturday we had the EPL game on in the shop where Man City could have clinched.
Oh wait, yeah. What's up with the shop?
Yeah,
Shop's
how's the shop, bro?
It was awesome. It was great. First week was crazy. It was a blast. I absolutely love it. So much more space. Just waiting on you guys to make that drive out here.
Yeah, we got to pull up.
I need like a weekend to myself, and then I'm down to go to Ohio. It's like insane.
I know.
I was in the casino at like 2 a.m. this weekend, and I was like, I need to be in my bed. Like, what is
We
going
have casinos here.
No,
Oh,
I
I'm into that. I'm into that. No, I think maybe
You have
the
$25
weekend
minimums on
after
casinos?
Memorial Day. Maybe 2 weekends after Memorial Day. We'll get there.
Yeah, but then it's short time, Ty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not wrong. DTS, baby.
You can't come to Ohio doing it short time.
I'm sad. Yeah, I mean, short time. We're Jersey boys.
Did you ever hear of the shore?
You ever been to the Jersey
Oh,
Shore? in the summer?
short time. I think you said short time. I'm like, you can't wear shorts in
No.
Ohio.
Oh, got it. Nah, Lou doesn't do shorts.
I
in
was like,
Ohio.
Nah,
What?
I've had a long-standing rule. You don't wear shorts in Ohio.
All right, I think we're getting. I think we got to make a transition over here and make a play.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the link.
I think it's time to make a play.
We got it. Play of the week is brought to you by eBay, your number one stop for all things cards and collectibles.
It's not on here.
I mean,
eBay. He just dominated it, bro.
I just crushed the read. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
All right, so time to
Play
get
of the week has been
into.
a lot of fun. We should make a play. I made a play shirt. We need a I made a play shirt.
Hmm.
I made a play. Jay.
I made a
Let's
play, and it'll have Dallas. Jay, can we close out of this real quick because I'm going to transition
Yeah,
into
let's
it.
close out of this and bring Jay on for a second. Jay,
What's up, boys?
what's up, brother?
Good.
Team, do we think we should make a I made a play shirt for
No.
the make a play winners?
I think we need some special merch for the national, and perhaps that would make sense as a special national merch piece.
You're right.
So maybe we just gave it away a little bit too early.
Understood. I made a play at the national.
Maybe we should serial number them just to make them extra exclusive.
Yeah, and you
Or
have to
hand
buy,
signed?
I'm
you
Hand
have to
signed?
buy one of my cards to get it.
I like that.
You got to come by the booth. You make a play, and we
You
give
get to
you a
make a
tee.
play.
Yeah,
Uh-huh,
got it. All
Play
right.
at the national might be a vibe out there too. We might have to have people register their plays.
Did you know Kyler Murray is from Allen, Texas, where they have the Dallas Card Show?
Yep.
I'm doing a tour of the high school football stadium while I'm down there.
Interesting.
Dude, must be nice. Fuck.
Yeah, sick.
Yeah,
and
I
good.
just- yeah. You
It's fine. I'll
You
just work the
drive
table
there,
by myself.
you
It's
park,
fine.
and you walk around. Over under. What's the line? Plus 125 on. There's a major mistake. in
No
the-
more.
Oh,
I'm taking it.
Yeah.
I'm in.
I'm
I'm in.
taking it.
Yeah, I
I
think there's
know,
no plus
double.
odds on that. It's
Yeah.
actually out of control.
What is that said?
Fuck, I gotta go check.
I got 100 on no mistakes.
Okay, we'll see. Let's go. Get out.
All right, so let's get into Play of the Week. Again, Play of the Week is brought to you by eBay, your number one stop for all things cards and collectibles. All right, so if you're new here, this is where Jason, the producer, takes submissions from y'all, the listeners, on our Twitter or Instagram page. It's at Card Talk Pod. Lou and Tyler and I have not seen these, so we will review them one-on-one or one by one live on the show, and we'll see who this week's Make a Play winner is.
Yeah, my guess is that there's a Tracy McGrady on the first slide. I haven't seen these.
Yeah.
Yet.
It's a big
Haven't
guess.
seen these. Yet.
Nah, we had a little technical difficulties. Jason got excited. He showed us 2 seconds too early, and then we had to run it back for a second.
All right, so
Um,
this is from Acer Cards. It says, got a Tracy McGrady 2008 Topps Chrome Gold for $150 on eBay. It's numbered out of 50. Ended up posting back up on eBay raw and sold for $675. Probably could have gotten more, but got to keep it moving. Love the look of these Topps Chrome refractors, and you can see them going up in the value in the near and can see them going up in value in the near future. All right, so he bought it.
Yeah, it's a quick flip.
That's a
April.
quick flip.
So I got a lot on my mind. One, he's got the MVP as his profile pick. Two, I definitely tried to clown Ryan when he said he was going to be the MVP. Three, I think we need to do a piece of content on each of our own individual Mount Rushmore of card sets because 08 Topps Chrome is firmly on mine. Three, I've been noticing this a lot. This is maybe not the new, this is like the reverse of new listings, Ryan.
What
This
is?
is like the reverse of searching new listings and hoping to catch a seller off guard. I think what's happening here is a buyer got excited and just paid up.
No, that's not true. I just looked.
What okay, explain.
So it went April 9th, one sold for $550.
Okay.
Then this guy bought his for $150 on April 25th.
Okay.
Then on April 29th, this one sold for $675.
So
Ty,
So the middle guy
you
clearly
got
made
it in
a
2 days? Quick ship?
maybe.
Ty,
Yes.
you're very observant on a lot of these things. So one thing I always try to do is take a look at these and just it makes you wonder, right? So shout out to him for not putting like PSA ready or something like that on here. But
Mhm.
what I did notice is if you look at his sold listing for 675, it says sold via promoted listing.
Mhm.
And I'm fairly confident the percentage that eBay takes on a promoted listing is higher.
Mm.
So I
Mhm.
just I would be curious to know, like I've tried to list a couple things before via promoted listing, and I'm pretty sure it's a significant fee increase.
Mhm.
I would love to know. I don't know if Acer can ever reach out to us on that, but I would love to know the fee on that, like how substantial that fee is. Like, did you have to give up an extra $100 to sell this via promoted listing? That would obviously play a factor into this. Obviously, still making money on $150 unless they're taking 75%,
Mhm.
which we're sure
Lou,
did
when
not
you look,
happen.
is there like supply right now? Could you go on
No.
eBay and buy
I'm sure you
one
can.
of
No,
these?
it's out of 50.
So if you search McGrady Chrome Gold, there's a decent amount of them up from other like
There's
years.
not a top chrome. That's the only top chrome.
That's what I meant. Topps Chrome.
Oh, and there's 50. There's McGrady Topps Chrome. There's an 0405 for 500. There's an 0506 Topps Chrome Gold for 299. There's an
Not a
0304.
08.
Yeah. Oh, that year, no. But there's a lot of other Topps Chrome Golds of McGrady up. There's probably 10 up from different years. Why this one though?
Someone, because it is the greatest set of cards of all time, and
Do you believe
someone
that?
That's a take.
potentially, yeah, it's one of my favorites from a design and just like the whole nine.
One did 550. I
Personally,
just don't
love
get
it.
the person who's listing it for 150. Like, what are you doing?
I have no idea.
It's just
But
a
I-
mistake.
Listen, what are you doing?
He took advantage.
It's just a mistake. Good job, Ace.
07 Topps
Also-
Chrome is sweet too.
Real quick, if you're gonna sell a card for 675, just my 2 cents, like ship it priority. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to do like the standard when
Why
you're
you
shipping
think
a card
he
that
popped in
expensive.
an envelope and
No, I know he did. That's what it says.
got it? Buyer they
Nice.
paid 95 cents for shipping. Yeah, that's fair. Respect. Acer cards. I think we can move on to the next. I think there's. Did we give
Good
respect
play. You
here,
can't
or
argue
where are
with
we
it.
at?
You can't argue with that play.
You can't. You can't at all.
All right, so this is from.
That's in a down market too.
All right, Ty, I'll let you take this one then.
That's in a cold market. I'm just saying it goes to show that on eBay, if you're willing to put in the work and do the art, really grind it out, there's plays to be made. Most people buy that card at 150 and then put it in their stash and forget about it for 2 months.
All right, this is from, is it beat underscore
That's it.
W124? Says, guys, I have a play of the week contender. In April last year, while my wife was shopping for groceries, I was waiting in the car scanning eBay closing auctions for last minute opportunities. I came across an intact full box of 1992 FBI discs with Mike Schmidt number 25. I had never seen the card before, so I jumped out of eBay and Googled the card when I came across a PSA blog with a Schmidt master collector saying the FBI disc is the toughest Schmidt to find. I turned back and put a winning bid in of $1,145.25. I sent the card / box in to be slabbed and protected by BGS, and I was able to sell it today to another Schmidt collector for $16,000. After eBay fees, this is nearly a 1,100% return in roughly 1 year. See photos below.
I love it. Man, first off, Mike Schmidt, not a big baseball guy personally, but he's like a guy. Feels like just someone that people adore and love, and I think he was a real player. Did any of you guys Mike Schmidt guys?
Yeah, he's like a top 10.
He's like a legend.
Yeah, he's a pretty popular guy at his position.
Phillies player.
Yes, it's a good job by you.
Yeah, I respect. First off, I mean, grinding eBay while your wife's in.
Love it.
That's the
groceries.
dream. That's the dream. That's the
Respect,
dream.
my
You didn't
guy.
have to go in; just got to sit in the car and shop eBay.
That's the
The
dream.
first thing he did when he sold this, because he definitely got yelled at for not helping. He was like, "You remember that a year ago when we went to the grocery store, and I was sitting in the car grinding eBay?" So that I respect. The grading boxes. Does PSA or can you grade a unopened 2012 NBA Prism box?
You can get it authenticated. I think that's it.
You can get like BBCE sealed, like Baseball Card Exchange. Like they like seal those boxes. I'm not sure if they're still doing it with everything COVID. I know that one. My understanding was is one time they were closed for like they weren't taking new ones. But I know BBCE is where you can do a lot of like the authentication. But I've never heard of PSA or Beckett grading a full box.
Yeah, I think also this may be like a pack where they everyone grades packs. Like I think that kind of it looks more like a pack if I had to guess.
Yeah, to me, this is not the most exciting thing. If I saw this, if I walked in my store, I probably would have no idea what this is.
Yeah, that's
But-
still crazy though.
Yeah, I mean, making $15,000 or
Lit.
$14,000 in a year, and doing the digging to find out what it is, more about it, seeing it's hard to find. There's just so many things that go into this. It's not the most exciting play I've ever seen, but to make $14,000 is that's pretty good. That's impressive.
Absolutely. All right, next.
Oh yeah, here we go. All right, this is from Chris Angel on IG. It says make a play. It says snag the Topps X Trevor Lawrence box directly from Topps for $75. Ripped it, pulled an auto, and was able to sell it raw for $812. Took the other 26 cards and crested. That's created a lot on eBay that sold for more than $100. This isn't the best since it's ripping, but my biggest flip and some creativity with the two sales seemed worth a submission. Love the show.
Yeah, good work. Got his money back on the other cards.
These were all direct consumer.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did the thing that Gary did, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Ripped it, pulled an auto, was able to sell the auto raw for nice. Some numbered
Are
auto.
you guaranteed an auto? I would assume not.
I don't
I would
think
assume
so.
not, but they might have done like a collector's edition type thing.
Took the other six.
So, and I think he points this out in this, but that's one thing I like about it is like rather than sit on the other cards, move
No,
the other
just get rid of
26, lot them up, make your money, move on, and put it into something else.
Yeah,
I like
take
it.
your money back. My thing with these sets is like I don't know what's going to be the real value of a Topps Trevor Lawrence auto in 3 years from now.
If he's the guy,
Yeah, I believe in Trevor Lawrence. Like I agree with you, Lou, that I'm not sure that these are going to be huge cards long term with him in a.
Yeah, I'm saying take your money and move on.
Agreed.
I'm fascinated that he sold the 26 cards minus the biggest card he pulled for more than the retail price of the box.
Agreed.
Unreal.
I guess the one thing I would like to know on this is what could you have sold the box for unopened?
Let's find out.
Is it a $200 box? Is it a $600 box? Where does the box lie?
Let's find out real quick. Hang on.
Because I would assume if you're not guaranteed an auto, it's got to be what, 3x, 4x, somewhere between $200 and $300 a box.
Is that a print line through the auto?
No, I think that's the card design.
Yeah, I don't see a print line.
That looks like the yellow.
The
he's talking
yellow?
about.
Oh, the yellow. That would.
I think that's like an old school Topps design. That's what it looks like.
It just stops on his forehead?
I'll look it up. Lou, are you looking up the boxes?
Yes.
All right, Lawrence Auto Topps.
I respect the play. I mean, it's a $75 box, rip and flip.
I'll tell you what, man. Looking at some of these autos on eBay, my man Trevor Lawrence has some locks.
Yeah. Oh, he's a beautiful human. I must say.
190, 175, 175, 199.
You
For
know?
the boxes?
Yeah, 152,
Yeah. Okay.
162, 171.
Okay.
No guaranteed auto.
Okay.
These boxes are insane. This is a funny set. Okay.
Tyler, I'm telling you, I think it might be a print line.
Right? I don't know what else would make sense.
No way.
Oh,
That's what one looks like.
I think it is. Like this
I'd be dead if
yellow
I-
bar that goes through
So
my
you're
veins.
telling me this guy bought a print lined Trevor Lawrence auto for $812?
And this one with no print line did
But hold
$535.
on, boys. The image that he posted
Doesn't have it.
doesn't have said.
What is going on here? This is the mystery yellow line.
Maybe it's on the
Yeah, here's another one.
What's holding the card, but
Wait, so here's this guy. Here's the listing. There's no yellow line. It's the way he's holding it.
So where's the
there's no-
yellow line come from?
It's
I mean, it's
something.
like
on, it's a photo pic. It's like the way he's taking the picture or something.
doesn't feel
The
like
ultimate mystery on Make a
Yeah.
Play.
This is
I
fascinating.
respect it. I
First
like
off,
it, but ooh, that's weird.
next.
Interesting. All right, this is from
Oh, let's go.
This is from
92 grid.
Jason F. Young, 77. Lou's obviously hyped. Says, make a play submission for this week. 15-year F1 fan and back in the card game for the last year. Back in February, I listed out the GOATs from all major international sports, which led me to Michael Schumacher.
Mhm.
Bought 12 sealed sets containing his 1992 rookie card for $230 a piece. I
Mhm.
recently received the first 9 rookies back from PSA, and I sent the other 3 separately to diversified graders. I got 8 10s and 1 9. I sold my first one on eBay over the weekend for $3,200,
Mhm.
another off eBay for $3,300, and sent a 10 and my lone 9 to Golden for their next auction. Jeez Louise.
So Michael Schumacher is like the MJ of F1. For clarity, he's got like a ton of championships, a ton of W's. His son is now actually in F1, so he's really good. Yeah, this is like one of the few, like buy the old wax and great. It's like a Ken Griffey Jr. type deal.
Wow.
Look at Ryan's face. Ryan loves this.
I mean, that's fucking crazy. Excuse
Isn't
my
that
language.
nuts? $230 for the box.
Jay texted. Jay just said he hit us up this morning and sold another 10
Yeah,
for
bro.
$3,200.
They sell for a lot.
I mean, you don't even need to show me the other one. This is the winner.
Wait, and so now let me just.
I mean, 810s at $3K a piece. That's $24,000 on something this dude put. I mean, how many of them did you buy? 12 at $230. So I mean,
Yeah.
less than 3,600. Made over $20,000 grading these.
Yeah.
This is
now-
the one.
And now, just to give you guys like a little insight into my brain, this is a great play by Jason Young. So this card sells for $3,200. This is like the old school GOAT. Like anyone who's older, who's an F1 fan, is obsessed with Michael Schumacher, right? Like that's the best. He's the guy, right?
Mhm.
So his card is $3,200, and Lewis Hamilton is already selling for $4,500. So like this card is low key cheap in my brain.
How different is the popper part?
It's fairly similar because the top's now print run was so low.
I just get
Interesting.
I just love cards.
Because it's so weird, right? Like today it's Michael Schumacher. It's like it's unreal.
There's just plays to be made.
Yeah, so this is a really great play. I actually did a podcast a couple weeks ago with these guys in Australia, double coverage. Shout out to them, and they were telling me about these boxes too. They're like $230. It's hard to get a 10, obviously, like of course, but
I mean, he went. Fuck. I mean,
yeah, he did a good job.
he went 8 for 9,
but yeah, 8 10s is like 8 for 12 is.
and he
kinda
has
crazy.
3 more coming back.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
I mean,
is-
He
I'm
also
not
has a fire Kobe patch auto as his pick.
yeah. I think that's just his. that's
So
just his
before we
play.
go on, Jason said this is one of the more interesting plays we've ever gotten, and it had to make it in the show.
Oh man. Okay, so right now I think Michael Schumacher's in the lead.
He's got pole position.
He currently has the pole.
Got it.
It's a good
Makes
job.
sense.
Jason.
All right, our last one.
It's not a good play though. So Jay, why would you say that? Oh, Jay, come on, guy.
Cash the bets. Cash the bets.
Oh my god!
Cash the bets.
For a
All
total
right,
of
cardboard we
4908 shipped. I've shout out to me. I've done deals with them before. I got
Yeah.
a 2013 gold Mark Sanchez prism, 2 2012 green 2012 prisms. and 4 2012 Prism silver. Okay. For less than 50, for all, I feel like I can get them slapped, presented nicely in one touch, at any show I get at least 50 each ungraded. Oh, yeah. So, I mean, if you're someone like me who is stupid and loves Mark Sanchez, this is a great play because he's right. You'll be able to take these cards at a show and sell them for definitely more than you paid.
Is anybody buying the Jets?
Is anybody buying Mark Sanchez?
Me.
Lou, you would never buy these cards.
You're confused. I would absolutely buy these cards.
If Lou saw these in Dallas,
Lou,
I can
you'd go to
guarantee
Dallas
you
and
Lou
pay
would
80.
Lou would
for
buy
one-
this
You'd pay 80.
1,000,000%.
No, I didn't say 80. I would pay like 30 to 40 for these.
Got it. So he'd be taking an L. So he wouldn't sell them. So
No,
who's buying them
no,
again?
wait.
No, excuse sir, I meant each.
Yeah, each
Yeah, he's looking to for less than 50 for all 6.
for all 6. He bought
At
a
any
gold.
show price at least 50 each ungraded.
Yeah, I'm buying them for 30 each. I'm negotiating.
Got
He
it. My
paid
man's
16.
looking for 50 and he's putting in a lot of work.
I don't think it's a lot of work.
It's less work than you think.
I'm telling
I
you,
think it's
he would have
more
bought
work than
that
you think.
Mark Sanchez gold for $16 plus shipping. Lou would buy it at 40 at a show. If that thing was magged up in a showcase, Lou would have bought
100%.
it for 40. He would have made a play on Lou.
I think we just went through a lot of plays. I mean, the play was presented as a bad play, so it's like I respect it.
But Ty, remember last week? I don't know if you were Lou or Ty wasn't here. Tony Kukoc. I realized that Tony Kukoc and Mark Sanchez. Please no, I'm not comparing them. We just saw Tracy McGrady. Okay, Tracy McGrady refractor sells for $550. Like a Prism Gold has got to be worth more than $15, right?
This man was one play away from being in the Super Bowl, Tyler.
For $15,
He
I'd
was
buy.
one drive away from being in the Super Bowl.
If I saw this at a show, I mean, $16. Is
You would spend $1,000 on a gold Michael Porter Jr. and it'd be a miracle if he had as much success in his career as Mark Sanchez had.
That's funny.
That's not a joke.
Walk down the
That's-
street, ask one person about Mark Sanchez. What do they say?
What is that? The butt fumble. What does that have to do with anything?
Everything. Like you're talking about what I'm trying to say.
Tyler,
is my
you
man
walk down the street,
Carbo-
you got someone Michael Porter Jr. They're gonna say, "Oh, the guy who thinks COVID's fake." Like, what are we talking about?
No, they're not. They're going to say that guy's going to be really fucking good.
That guy,
Okay.
isn't he always
That's the guy
hurt?
with-
Is he healthy?
Yeah, that's the guy with a bad back. Like, what are we talking about?
Okay.
I love it.
What I'm saying is you got cardboard we love, and he's out here trying to flip Mark Sanchez's
I
as a
love it.
play.
Respect the
You're-
grind, not going for $1
That's
million.
grind.
Play.
Yeah,
I love it.
it's called
I
building
respect the
cash.
grind too. I respect the grind
16
too.
into
That's really
20,
you don't.
20
The
yeah,
last 4 or 5 plays. I'm just saying, like
$20 into $40, 40 into 80, 80 into 160. You just got to start with 20.
Yeah, that's just disrespect on Mark Sanchez, and I won't stand for it.
the green. You couldn't at least show the green one, like the green
No,
on
the
green.
gold's more fire.
I'm with Lou on this play.
You're with Blue on this play.
He could
This
double
is
his
a
money.
play.
This is not hard to double his money. That's making a play. A dude makes $50 buying 3 cards. You're not making that in an hour.
You can't even get
Yeah, shout out to the
3 gallons
person.
of gas for the profit that my guy just made.
Quick, shout out to the person in the comments last week who said we don't talk about the main sports enough. Well, guess what? We got gold Mark Sanchez for you.
No soccer. You got no soccer in the whole freaking thing. I mean, can I get a Harry Potter play at
You
least?
got the big top 4
You want me to
sports.
show
We got
you
Mark Sanchez
Freaking
gold
play.
prisms.
Neville Longbottom. There's a play.
Oh
Right?
god, that's good stuff.
Professor Snape. Hey, a freaking play.
All right, so wait, can we go back to the F1? Because I think that's obviously the winner. I think we
Yeah,
agree here,
everyone's
right?
my winner.
Jeez.
So Jason F. Young.
It's like my guy who collects Hackenberg. Like I respect it.
Hey, collect what you like.
I agree. He's not collecting. He's making flips.
But Lou
You mean the
likes
point of
Mark
our
Sanchez.
segment?
He would double his money on Lou. That is a play in itself.
Real quick, so the Michael Schumacher is a pop 40 PSA 10, and the Lewis Hamilton is a pop 53 in a 10.
I'm triggered.
Yeah, well, deal with it.
All right. So Jason F. Young, Ty, you agree with that?
Hold on. Like, can we go through all these things? I'm just not just packing it in. It's a F1 play.
Yeah, if it was soccer, we'd have to move on to like the next thing. But
No.
it's F1, so we got to go
We
slow.
got a print line, issue. We got FBI discs. Scroll back a
What's
little
your
bit.
pick?
There was one previous play.
The Schmidt one's a hell of a play, though.
Yeah,
I mean, 10 racks.
I'm the Schmidt play because you know what? He's never going to forget. And now he has
Yeah.
auto. I hang in the car when you do groceries and I grind eBay. He's got to get out of jail free
that's a
card.
good point, Ty. That's a get out of groceries for life type play.
That's what I'm saying. That
Oh,
play
I mean,
has
this
a
guy's
lot of
never going
layers.
into Walmart ever again for as long
No.
as he lives.
You
Because you never know what you might miss. Yeah, you're,
Options could be anywhere now.
you're getting frosted flakes and you're missing out on Mike Schmidt.
I'll take a peanut butter jelly while I sit here and grind my auctions. Yeah, I'm an FBI guy. Give me the
Okay.
Mike Schmidt
You're
discs
an
all
FBI
day.
guy. Ryan, what are you going with?
For the Formula One.
All right, I'm going to go with Sanchez. So we're at a deadlock.
Wow, we're at a deadlock. Oh my! Wait, you're
No,
playing
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm going with the F1. F1
All
is the move because I love the idea of putting some shine on F1 and the old 1992 Formula One grid into the PSA 10 is a phenomenal play. And going 8 for 12 is crazy.
And we don't even know what the other three have gotten, though. He went
And there's 3 more.
he went 8 for 9 with 3 more pending.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the play.
Have a day.
All right, so Jason F. Young is our winner on this one. Again, that is all we got for Play of the Week this week, but Play of the Week is brought to you by eBay, your number one stop for all things cards and collectibles. All right, so last but not least, as we wrap up today's episode,
Big release week.
you said big release week?
Mhm.
I know, I'm going to pull it up, but I know one of them is Artifacts Golf.
Have you had any further thoughts, Tyler?
that I'm acquiring all the artifacts golf.
Okay. Might be a little expensive.
So you've got TriStar Hidden Treasures autograph full-size helmets, Marvel Black Diamond, Score Football. Which
Is
will be
there a Sanchez helmet in there that we're going after as well?
It's just such a weird thing to be like so vehemently against Mark Sanchez cards.
I'm just like, there's a lot. We probably got a lot of make a play submissions. We got a lot of like, people looking to get some shine, and we throw.
I would
them
like to make a lifetime bet on who has a more successful career, Michael Porter Jr. or Mark Sanchez.
Okay, sure.
How are we
Let's
how are we
go on.
measuring success?
Google boomerang email.
Okay, so we're going on like deep playoff runs because that's what I'm basing my thing off of.
Accolades.
Great, done.
All right.
Accolades.
So we've got Marvel Black Diamond, Upper Deck Artifacts Golf, Tops WWE Women's Division, and then you've got Tops Transcendent Collection Baseball, which is like $27,000 a box, and then Score Football. So Score Football will be the first Panini release this year for 2021 stuff with Trevor Lawrence and those guys. And side note, Transcendent Collection Hall of Fame edition is actually only $22,000. It's not $27,000. So a little bit more affordable there. But Score Football being pre-sold online at around $350 per box.
So is Lawrence in there? Or
Y'all
no?
see the new Justin Bieber music video?
No.
DJ Khaled, 21 Savage.
Nope.
Cool. Well, the whole thing was shot on a golf course, and they were playing golf.
Ty, thoughts
That'll
on
change the game for
this week's
Artifacts.
releases? Nothing for you?
Nah, we got some good stuff to rip though. Cherry Collectibles from Australia sent us some stuff, and we're gonna get some good.
You keep saying we like you're French.
Mm-hmm.
we
Not a lot of sharing going on.
Tyler and Lou
What are
and
you
I
talking
didn't
about?
even get Matt until like other podcasts had ours. You keep saying we, like Lou and I are getting some.
I gotta go to Dallas just to get a T-shirt.
I
mean,
Jason's got one of one. Jason's got Jordan 11 cards
in the lab doing whatever he's doing. I was just about to try and have a conversation with you guys of like, how can we do something where I have a box of cards and we give away slots
yeah.
for
Mm.
our community,
Okay.
and then we rip it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were definitely going down that road.
That's what we were doing.
We were doing that.
Definitely not the Tyler Schmidt riff on Instagram Live. Definitely not that.
Got it.
What an episode. What an episode. That's
all right,
we gotta
boys.
close on that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna
We'll
shut
see you
the
guys
whole-
next
the
week.
whole operation's finished.
See you guys.
Cards are dead. Goodbye. See you never.
See ya.